Hello, welcome to Tea Time, where we discuss some of the biggest entertainment headlines. My name is Elsie Godwin, and I've got Ife Squared to give us the in-depth analysis of these entertainment stories. Hey guys.
What's up?
How you guys doing?
Well, how are you?
I'm good, I'm all right.
Well, are we you?
Okay, so I'm sure you guys have seen the full video of Tonto Dikeh, the conversation we had on one-on-one. So what do you think?
I think we should see the video.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's see the video and then I'll get your opinion on it.
All right.
Always type in tongues. It's not a new thing anymore.
Yeah,
I speak in tongues. I'm born again.
I understand speaking in tongues, but typing in tongues.
Yes, you can, as long as you can rap in the worldly people. They rap, right? Skri bam bam bam, skri what's that? Why you guys write it, right? Okay. So I can speak in tongues.
So you brought up Bobrisky. You're close with Bobrisky.
He's a friend.
Okay, so how is that friendship working out?
He's a friend. It's good friendship.
How deep would you say this piracy issue has gone?
It is so deep that the truth is that the same producers, the same directors, the same marketers are the ones who are also actually pirating the cities. You see, there's a time I overheard a conversation. I didn't know what was going on. I'm not the business side of Nollywood. I don't really care much about it. But I did hear a conversation once between things like this. The producer was like, you know what, instead of them to go and pirate my own movie, let me go and pirate it myself and put it in the market so that if they're not buying the original, they're buying the pirated. We're killing ourselves. We're all fighting for the same thing. It's a circle. We share the same men, the same clothes, the same movies, the same things. So it's a cycle. Why would you want to be friends with someone who wants your life? I'm a woman now. I was a girl before. I have a child. I have businesses. I have over 30 staffs. I have over 3,700 children I pay school fees for. Looking at my journey so far, the only thing that I've done differently was pick a better husband. Pick a better, no, not a better husband. Pick a better father for my son.
Welcome back. So that's the clip Ife wanted. But before we move on, I think I want us to at least touch the good side of her. 3,700 children. We don't have proof to that anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. I was going to say, how can we
I feel
prove
like that's a good thing if her foundation is able to cover that amount of children.
To be honest, I didn't even know she had a foundation.
Okay.
So it seems like the big thing about Tonto's image is the negative aspect. To be honest, I was really surprised hearing that. Like, that's a big deal, and she needs to be commended for that. There's not a lot of actresses that I know of that gets involved in, you know, trying to give back to that capacity. And even if they're 3,000, they might be 20K for school fees or something, but it's still, it goes a long way, and I was really impressed by that.
Yeah, I mean, I've always known about her foundation. She doesn't joke with it, like she's always pushing it, but I think at some point the whole drama between her and Church Hill just took over everything that has to do with Tonto. So when you hear Tonto, you're thinking of the drama, you're thinking of what's the son's name again? King Andre or something. You're just thinking of that. You're not thinking of her acting. You're not thinking of what she does by the side. And then she says she goes to, that she'd rather work more in Abuja, get contracts to fund this thing, and also said something about she's now a grown woman. Yeah,
you can tell in her voice she's evolving a little bit. And I think like finances, responsibilities is kind of calming her down. However, when she said she didn't have a social life, I was really like taken aback by that, because the perception that she puts on social media is very like outgoing and traveling and weddings and all of that stuff. So to see that, you know, she said the complete opposite, she just vibes me like someone that's just really misunderstood.
Well, I got the vibe of she was kind of being dishonest with a lot of things, or being defensive about a lot of things, because if you're saying you're not the outgoing type, what about the pictures we see out there of you going out and all of that? Like, I just felt like she was trying to be woo somebody else totally in this interview. The only part about her that I knew that, okay, this was Tonto, was the fact that she was saying, I don't care. It's not like I care. Like, she still had that I don't care attitude.
I mean, it's very relative. If somebody says that they don't go out, maybe for her caliber and this industry, it's a daily thing. And for her, it's probably a month.
So or maybe it's a business outing or something. But I would have expected her to, like, give, like, a proper analysis of what she means by she doesn't go out, you know, stuff like that. But there's one part I really need to ask you, because I don't know, I didn't hear. How can you prove what went into your... That was all like, what was that?
We're still on air, we'll hear... So after the show, I'll let you know what that is about.
Because I've been wondering what goes into what...
But I mean, if you're sharing the same men and I'm asking you to prove it, and then you say you cannot prove what goes into, you should...
Oh, okay, then let me just confirm the fact that they are all sleeping with the same man. So is she talking about sexual-wise, like they share the same man?
We need to bring Tonto back for Ife.
I think so.
So they have like a dark room conversation.
I think Tonto needs to be on tea time.
And
Tonto Dikeh, please, if you can come on tea time, there's an empty chair waiting for you.
Yeah, I think we should drill her. Yeah.
Okay, let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll move on to the agenda of today and talk about those interesting headlines you want to hear. We'll be right back.
You're watching Plus TV Africa, and this is Tea Time.
I loved the energy when I came in here. It was so positive. I was like, I can live here.
My real names are Akbofyofobo, Akbolobomemere.
I think my father is a comedian, because most times when he calls me, he's like, yo, make sure you use condom, you know, them girls out there.
So are you telling me I should have shot my shots?
Ife, you are my younger brother.
Age is nothing but a number. What? I'm a vampire.
I believe in equal rights for women, and I also believe that a man is the head of the house, so we need to draw our limits somewhere.
It feels so good. Now can I do my jam now?
Yeah, you can. Welcome back. You're watching Tea Time right here on Plus TV Africa. Moving on to the agenda of the day, we start with this headline about Kanye West wanting to start his own church after 50,000 people attended his Sunday service.
Jesus was
God show me the way, because the devil trying to break me down.
Okay, I see the church members already. So do you think this will fly?
Kanye West as a pastor, I mean, he did say that it's not in a traditional sense, that there won't be hymns and a sermon. But I think, I don't know how to be not biased about this, because me and religion were fighting, but it just,
Elaborate when you say you're in religion, you're fighting.
just the whole thing of like man taking church into their hands and doing whatever they want. You know, I have big issues with that. So it's really giving me that vibe as well. Like, this is someone adding Jesus, adding spirituality to it. But it's, he did say he wants to share his faith through Jesus Christ to heal the broken heart.
Ife has a contrary.
Did he say through Jesus Christ?
He did mention Jesus Christ.
Okay, so if he's saying through Jesus Christ, he has songs like Jesus Walks. People like Chance the Rapper, even though they're secular musicians, they also have very spiritual songs that involve Jesus Christ, right? And he's saying his faith as well, especially sharing his experiences, the things he has been through. Now, if you were at an event where over 500, was it 500,000? 50,000. Okay, yeah. 50,000 people showed up just to listen to your music, your craft, and they appreciated every bit of it. Then you would know that you have the audience to actually touch lives, share experiences, share through music, through faith, through Christ.
But you see, the thing is, when you start to cross the line between entertainment and religion, trouble enters.
No, that's not crossing.
But
do you remember?
My question is, do you think it is sustainable? Because he's doing it
Very,
now.
because it has already become like a tradition in Los Angeles already.
Would you call it a
where
tradition?
the
It's only
Sunday
happened
service-
like 4 times, though.
Yeah, that's why I said it's becoming a tradition.
Right.
It is becoming, not like it has become, okay, let me put it like that way. It is becoming a tradition, because now you find a lot of celebrities flying in from different cities in America just to attend Kanye West Sunday service. So it is gradually becoming a tradition. Like, people want to go there, people want to express their feelings through music, to see him using the choir.
Kanye West perform.
Or attend, not to
as,
see him perform, to attend the Sunday service.
Yeah, Sunday service doesn't necessarily mean it's religious, though.
But
Yeah, but this is not necessarily, I don't know, you are the one that wants to put the religion with it.
Sustainability. Because coming into this concert, I'm not very sure right now, correct me if I'm wrong, do they have to pay? It's free.
Yeah.
Right? So do they have to pay?
Not, you know.
So if he's going to do this continuously every Sunday, are we going to see something like offering or donations or just supporting the movement? Or he's just going to keep spending money and then his number of choirs and all?
I mean, we don't have any logistics on like what the admin side will be. All we know, or all that he's mentioned to us, is that he has a heart for healing people, right? And he himself, even in his history, you see he's battled with mental whatevers and all that breakdown and all that stuff. You can see that the guy has a good heart. But we don't know how alternative this church will be in comparison to what the traditional setting of church will be. We don't really know. We don't know if he's going to ask. But you're right, though, because if you want to start doing this on a consecutive basis, then money will have to get involved. Like, how are you going to maintain, you know,
the
all
venue, the
equipment, the people that are paying.
Manpower.
I guess he's balling like that. Shall we see?
Maybe he has enough to do all that. I don't know. And I think
well,
his
I don't think we should be worried
right
about how they're going to get their resources, because this is Kanye West.
I guess
He's
so.
married to the Kardashians.
So they have unlimited resources. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying unlimited, but I'm saying that at the end of the day, even if you put a gate fee, people would still attend.
Then is this still a church?
It isn't like, I don't know why you guys are making it like it's a proper, like you said, it's not going to be your convention. It was true music.
It could not be conventional, but yeah, he's healing souls.
Do you know that some people actually get better when they listen to music? They could feel down right now.
Yeah,
I think the biggest problem with this thing is that it's not very straightforward. If you call it a church, but you're going very south, how far south do you go that is still considered a church? You know, that's the question. Like, how bizarre does it get? Because then
it already has a tag, Sunday service.
Exactly.
And it happens on Sundays. And this is going to take away members from so many churches. Let's not forget that.
True.
You know, so I don't know. I mean, it's still all speculations. He has not really confirmed it.
Yeah.
His wife confirmed that he enjoys doing this, and it also heals him to a level, right? So,
but would you say you personally get entertained by that? I mean, there's some snippets of it on social media. So far, what do you think about what he has done?
I think it's good music coming out to people who enjoy it, right? But now taking it to the next level is what I'm not seeing.
Yeah.
You know, but it's good music. I mean, I was telling Ife about Jesus Walks the other day. I don't joke with that song. It's just cool, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not sure he has done... For me, I'm not a typical hip-hop head, so please don't bite me off. But I'm not sure he has done anything that beats Jesus Walks for me. You know, so to maintain that pace, I don't know.
They said he is the church. He is the text of the sermon. It's his songs. He is the worship. He is creating a church in himself and selling it.
He still sounds like God to me. Like,
I mean,
like he's the God of the religion.
Is that what we're doing now?
That's why I'm saying. That is why I'm saying we are confusing this with typical Christianity. The fact that they're referring it to it as a church doesn't necessarily mean it is a place where they're going to go into.
But if somebody says I want to start making what days the Muslims
Did you guys know about Jesus? Did you know about Jesus?
Friday. Friday.
So it's like me saying that I do like a party on Thursdays, and all of a sudden I say I want to make a similar mosque like thing. Of course, they're going to compare that to Islam. Us comparing it to the church isn't very far because he's using those terminologies. He's using church. He's using
the kind
Sunday,
of songs. And he calls Jesus.
No, not just those.
And he calls Jesus.
No, you guys shouldn't get it wrong. They don't only do the Jesus Walks kind of song. He does all the hit songs on those Sundays. So even the ones that has the curse words, they play them.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I don't know if you guys are aware about Jesus when he was going to start his religion. So this is nothing new. Kanye West was going to start a church before, a religion before.
You see, I'm okay with him
Jesus.
doing that, but when you start to involve Jesus in it, the real Jesus followers are going to have a problem with it.
Why would they have a problem with it?
If it starts to get blasphemy,
I would gladly go to a Kanye West Sunday service than go to any church because most of the pastors in these churches are hypocrites anyway.
Are you surprised?
So I rather.
At all. I told you already.
So it's time for a break, but when we return, it will be time to discuss a couple more entertainment stories. Stay tuned to Plus TV Africa.
You're watching Plus TV Africa, and this is Tea Time.
I loved the energy when I came in here. It was so positive. I was like, I can't live here.
My real names are Akbofyofobo, Akborobomemere.
I think my father is a comedian because most times when he calls me, he's like, yo, make sure you use condom, you know, them girls out there.
So are you telling me I should have shot my shots?
Ife, you have a younger brother. Age is nothing but a number. What? I'm a vampire.
I believe in equal rights for women, and I also believe that a man is the head of the house, so we need to draw our limits somewhere.
It feels so good. Now can I do my jam now?
Yeah, you can.
Thank you.
This is Tea Time and this is Plus TV Africa. Next is this headline on Seun Kuti saying fraudsters are the real Mugu. Okay, I must confess when I read this, I felt like, who is your dealer? Like, he's on a different level. Like, I've never looked at it from this angle because most times they get this money and they still want to spend it on Gucci, LV, and it's a way of getting this money back. I think I agree with him for the first time.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
For the first time?
Yeah, for the first time. Because there are some things, we have conversations that has to do with the regular person. And then he picks it from a totally different angle and you feel like, do you really understand the plight of these people?
Yeah.
That's what happens whenever I read stuff from Seun Kuti. But this one, I understand and I vibe. Yeah, I think that's one. But yeah, this
I mean, I've been
agree.
watching, you know, the show and you guys talking a lot back to back on this fraudster thing. And I think the solid bit, the angle that he took that really impressed everyone is that he's going, not even just in the actions, but the mindset of the people. You know, it hits that point. It takes a certain mindset to even want to get into this business in the first place, right? Someone with who wants to be plain and have integrity or honesty as a value wouldn't get into that kind of stuff because you can't have integrity and honesty in that kind of business anyway. So he talks about that mindset, and to see that in regards to what Naira Marley was saying about like compare what slaves have, whatever, slavery as a crime in comparison to Yahoo Yahoo. I think that just like shows that we say things that have no meaning or education into it because you think you're fighting one crime, but you're actually just in a cycle trying to please the same white people. Putting money, the stolen
cycle,
money.
You have to do your own like this.
You know, same cycle.
It's a cycle.
Same men.
You
So
know?
same money, same white people, same slavery, same Yahoo Yahoo, same
Gucci,
same Gucci,
same bands.
I mean, if you think about it, T.I. has actually attacked Gucci before because Gucci, remember Gucci made this whole statement about black.
No, it's not even a statement. They made the cardigan that had the black face and
he also said he doesn't make his clothes for black people. He makes it for high class. So I was like, okay, but it's definitely black people. I'm never going to say African now because even the black Americans have it. It's definitely a black people culture that we want to be loud. Every time I see a rich white person, they are wearing sneakers and very loose shirts. Someone that's struggling to pay fees is buffing up and giving it. I don't know, maybe there's some kind of underlying issues we need to like think about as a people, but we have that.
Or maybe we just have the style. Even if it's not expensive, we just look good.
I know, I guess so.
If you've not said much on this one.
Well, okay, so when Seun Kuti said this is the conversation I've been having with a lot of people anyways. I've been like, okay. Because obviously, we all, at one point or the other, we've all met somebody that is into fraud or a Yahoo boy or something like that. We've all met them and we know how they act.
But I don't know them anymore, Shawa. Let's continue in case they are coming to pick somebody to confess.
we don't have to be fake about it. It's the society we live in and we need to accept that we have them as friends, we have them as neighbors, we have them as...
What?
We have them away.
Just like your point, you have like 30 seconds to go.
No, it is the community we live in. We have them as friends. We have them as neighbors. We have them people we see on the streets. We have them as customers. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, I like where Seun Kuti is coming from. What most of these Yahoo boys lack, like you said, is the sense to actually make their legal money. Look, Jay-Z was a dope dealer. but he turned his money and he built an empire out of it. Do you understand? So if you're doing whatever it is you're doing, try and legalize it.
Or maybe investing back into the country.
Start bad, but then work
No,
your
I'm saying
way up.
if you have started bad, just try and look for a way to look for something legit to do.
I guess
and,
so.
And I will
possibly
say
focus on that.
That is Ife Oshokaye's opinion. You don't need to follow it. And that's how we are wrapping up on Tea Time this afternoon. If there's any episode you missed, don't worry. Do watch roundup of Tea Time over the weekend and join us on Monday for fresh episodes of the program. Until then, a big thank you to my anchors Ife and Ife, the production team, as well as our stylist Kuti of Kudi's Empire and Liz Harrison. I'm Elsie Godwin saying thanks for watching and have a great weekend.